He'd be great in Buffalo. I'll tell you that.
depending where.
The Miami Dolphins released Tyreek Hill,
Hmm.
and the question that we had talked about um, at this point in Tyreek Hill's career is Tyreek Hill washed? Coming off, I think it was in the same knee, ACL, and a his knee. I think he dislocated his knee, if I'm not
It was a
mistaken.
very bad injury. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he had a really bad injury. When you look at the other injuries had, I think he had 2 or 3 wrist surgeries while he was in Miami too, some ankle injuries, and then injuries going back, to even um, the Kansas City Chiefs. But as we all know, Cheetah is super productive, very productive in Kansas City. Had some eye-popping numbers, 1,100 yards, 1,400 yards in 2018. I think he got hurt in 2019 when he played 12 games, but in 2020 and 2021 he bounced back with 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, and then he went on an absolute tear when he went to Miami. He showed up in Miami first year, played all 17, got 1,700 yards with 7 touchdowns, and then topped it even more the next year. I think he was voted NFL #1 player that 2023 season. He had 1,800 yards and 13 touchdowns. So we understand what Tyreek Hill is when he is fully healthy. But that run from 2020 to 2023, um, probably even 2018 to 2023, if you look at it, 1,400 yards, got hurt, then came back 12, 12, 17, 17. So, what, 5-year run, kind of in his prime, pretty much, right then and there. And then he fell off in Miami, obviously probably due to quarterback play and injuries. Not He didn't break 1,000 yards, but he played all 17. And then obviously the career threatening injury, and even him himself not knowing if he was going to play or come back either. But he did say he was going to come back. But with all that being said, all the accolades, all the yardage and stats and all that, I mean, where do we put Tyreek Hill right now? Not top 10, right? He's not a top 10 receiver, is he?
Well, I think we're a little premature as far as where he is health wise. I think that was a really, really gruesome injury.
Yeah, my
Um,
man got Reek going in New England. Really?
I don't think it's a pickup, right? Um,
He'd be great in Buffalo, I'll tell you that.
depending where he is as far as his health, I don't think Reek slows down. I don't. He didn't look like he was slowing down when he was in Miami. I think it just really kind of comes down to that injury. Can he bounce back from that injury and be, maybe 85% of what we thought he was? And I think 85% of a Tyreek Hill is 100% of a lot of cats in the league at the wide receiver position
Mm.
because he just is that much of a threat with his speed, his ability to catch and go and catch balls, his dynamic ability to run routes. Um, so if he can have, get to full health and his what he believes is full health, I think he's going to give any team an opportunity.
Mm.
And I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon. He got a lot of off field babies he got to deal with and pay for, so he's going to need some checks.
Yeah, it's
Just on some
crazy.
real shit. So unless he is going to be, that leg going to get cut off, I'm sure he's going to try to play as long as he can because
Yeah, he got
he
no choice.
he got a lot, or he's going to be broke real quick.
Yeah, yeah. No, he got a lot of BMs up there with Nick Cannon and them. So, um, places where you think he can land. I like Miami. I mean, I'm sorry, not Miami. I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo makes a lot of sense. I think going back to KC makes a lot of sense. I think who was bull? Chris Jones reached out already on Twitter or something, saying Reek is time to come on back and get the band together. But my man Jose Cruz said the Patriots. What do you think? Any
Yeah.
good guesses where
So
Reek
I think.
goes?
Oh,
What?
sorry, my computer went.
No, you good.
Sorry, it just went out real quick. Um, I think it's interesting, man. I mean, I think KC is obviously, no brainer. Potentially him going back to Kansas City. I don't know if he wants to probably deal with the cold, especially coming off those knee injuries. That might be something that you guys might think about too. So, you can look at maybe LA, right? You can look at the Rams. I don't know what they're going to do with Devontae Adams. I don't know what Devontae Adams is going to do if they're going to bring him back. If they do, is maybe no place for him. But I think it's going to be probably somewhere warm, somewhere where he can have another good receiver, so kind of don't put that much pressure on him, especially just getting back.
Mm, okay. All right, and then